The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by these fine sponsors. Hear Rich's forecast hourly on these Blue Water Broadcasting radio stations.
Hey, good morning, everybody. On this Friday morning, happy Friday. It is about 3:50 in the morning as I'm making this, and dense fog will be a problem in some spots this morning. I think that'll slow you down, especially as we get closer to dawn. So I think the radar will be very busy and very colorful again today with an active supply of showers and thunderstorms, much like yesterday. But on this video, I'll tell you about how we will ease into that new trend and the latest on that developing upper ridge of high pressure, which is going to make the storms eventually few and far between. We'll look at that. I've updated the rain chances for the next several days. Beachgoers, you may not be thrilled about the news about today because, there may be too many storms around today, but things will get better down there. And latest from the National Hurricane Center on what was 91L, the invest out there in the southwestern Gulf.
That stubborn, persistent upper low spinning around South Alabama, which has been around for the last couple of days, will be the catalyst for another active shower and thunderstorm day. In fact, I think the southern two-thirds of the state will see a better than normal chance of showers and storms, just like yesterday across the area. So scattered to numerous storms around, and probably upper 80s. We may not make 91 with the increase in clouds and showers, and the low temperature tonight 72. So much the same as yesterday. Tomorrow there'll be scattered hit-or-miss storms are still around, but I think the trend will be over the next few days for the storms to thin out in number, and that's because a big bubble of high pressure builds in the upper atmosphere. It wipes out the weakness and the trough that was over us, and it promotes fewer storms, more sunshine, hotter days, so widely scattered storms around on Sunday, maybe, a 30% chance, and high temperatures easily in the lower 90s on Sunday, but I think temperatures will be edging up to maybe, low to mid 90s as we get towards Monday and Tuesday. So isolated storms at best, about a 20% chance with hot temperatures. And that will continue not only Monday, but I think Tuesday will be very similar with that upper high over us and very few storms on the radar. So I've got a 40% chance of storms tomorrow. Frankly, that could be a little low. Sunday, 30%, 20% then on Monday and Tuesday. Notice the temperatures edge up to about 94 by the time we get into Monday and Tuesday. Lows at night in the lower 70s. And the European model kind of bears that out. The blue bars at the bottom indicating that storms will thin out as we get into next week and through much of next week. Not that there won't be any storms, but it's going to be few and far between, more sun and hotter days. And the GFS even prints out 94 on Monday and 95 on Tuesday, and I think that's certainly plausible. And the hot weather continues most of next week as the upper high remains over us. Beach forecast, I've got a 50-50 chance of storms in today. That may be a little low, though. And then a generous supply again tomorrow, but the storms start to thin out Sunday and especially Monday and Tuesday. Gulf water temperature now at 83. National Hurricane Center says Invest 91L is no longer. It doesn't have an X on the map anymore, so no chance of 91L developing according to them. And this is a look at the Atlantic, the Caribbean, and the Gulf of Mexico. You can see the cluster of storms coming out of the Western Caribbean into the Bay of Campeche and the Yucatan area. That is the remnants of 91L, but still just a disorganized area of showers and thunderstorms with that moisture heading towards Texas. And the European indicating just a low chance or none of developing into a tropical depression over the next few days. Stay on top of the tropics, plus advanced interactive radar and future radar, plus push notifications for watches and warnings. And when you take our weather app on the road, it knows where you are. It'll give you the current weather, forecast weather, and warnings for that area. Go to the App Store and search Rich Thomas Weather. Great to have it on your phone or tablet.
So that's it this morning. No video tomorrow morning because it's Saturday, but even on Saturday and Sunday morning, I get up very early and produce a blog update, so you'll be informed on what's going on as we looked at this new trend coming up in our weather. We'll be live on the radio this morning from 6 to 9 on News Talk 93.1. Oh, and don't forget, you can see us live on television a couple of times at 5:50 a.m. on CBS 8 and ABC 32. Ryan Stinnett and I, two meteorologists talking about weather. How geeky can that get, right? No, we have a lot of fun. And then during the 6 o'clock hour, we're live on CBS 8 and ABC 32 on our morning show. Our morning crew interacting with their morning crew, and it's a lot of fun. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Plus, your forecast whenever you want it across the dial on 8 radio stations, the Blue Water family of stations, and that's very convenient as well. Have a great weekend. I'll see you later.
Rich Thomas Weather.